Hello, welcome back everyone. In this video, we're going to cover the LEED credit category, Sustainable Sites. And the three areas we'll focus on in this category are site design and management, rainwater management, and the heat island effect. And here's a quote from the LEED Core Concepts Guide. They say, a site's relationship to the local bioregion, watershed, and community will help determine how a project can contribute to a sustainable environment. A sustainable project serves more than the immediate needs of a building. Good site design can provide ecosystem services and create a sense of place. Site design also plays an important role in helping projects adapt to the effects of climate change. So once we've selected a site in the last credit category, the location, all right, site design and management is the next step in the design of a green building. And it can involve plant selection, irrigation systems, outdoor lighting design. Let's take a look at site design and management and its relationship to the triple bottom line. In the people category, your site design can provide access to open space, which gives us social equity and health benefits. In the planet category, we can choose to reduce the impacts of landscaping. We can include some restoration and regeneration of damaged sites. And finally, take a look at the dark sky. With site design, you can reduce light pollution. Moving to the profit side of things, correct site design can minimize maintenance costs and definitely reduce energy use. So what are some of these design strategies? The first one is to minimize the hardscape. Hardscape is any kind of impervious substance. That's substances that water won't move through. And usually we're talking about pavement here. The next one has to do with choice of landscaping plants. It's important to use native landscaping and select plants that can reduce the water use and provide habitat for local wildlife. Light pollution, you're going to avoid uplighting, avoid glare, and avoid trespass by selecting the correct light fixtures. Another design strategy for sustainable sites is to preserve open space and sensitive areas. So even if you have a site selected, it's important to locate your building sensitively. And finally, protect and restore habitat. You can designate specific areas as protected, and you can also restore damaged habitat or damaged soil. The next factor we need to talk about in the sustainable sites category is rainwater management. And what we need to do is to apply some of those integrated design processes and those systems thinking ideas to rainwater management. And the goal is to mirror the natural watershed systems to slow down the flow of water past or through our site and to retain water on the site. By doing these things, projects teams can increase the infiltration or how it's absorbed of rainfall into the ground. They can capture and reuse the water. And finally, they can treat any remaining water that's going to run off the property. So tying rainwater management strategies to our triple bottom line, the benefit to the people in the community is the clean water that you provide, and also the opportunity for recreation. The benefits to the planet include preserving the natural systems and increasing biodiversity. Taking a look at that profit bottom line, Many of the integrative rainwater management strategies require less infrastructure and maintenance than some of the traditional stormwater systems. Taking a look at the design strategies that are related to rainwater management, the first one is to minimize impervious areas. We saw that in the last section also when they called it minimizing hardscape. The next one is to control the rainwater, and there's various site designs that can do this, including dry ponds, rain gardens, and bioswales. Finally, and this is an overall goal, you need to incorporate rainwater management into your site design. All right, you can have planters that collect rainwater, streets that include bioswales, and you can apply mulch that holds moisture. There's many different individual strategies that involve incorporating what naturally exists on your site. The third factor in the sustainable sites category is called the heat island effect. And it turns out that cities are typically warmer than nearby rural areas by several degrees. Why is that? It's because we have lots of roads, parking lots, and tarred or asphalt roofs. All right, these flat and dark surfaces will absorb and retain the sun's heat and re-radiate it back out into our spaces. As a whole, this effect is called the heat island because a city is like a blob or an island of heat in a cooler ocean of land. All right. It's an increase in air temperature in a developed area compared to an undeveloped area. Why do we care about this? Well, the heat island effect leads to more air conditioning. All right, people turn up the AC when they're warmer. This is a significant increase in energy use and leads to increased greenhouse gases. So what do we get? What are the benefits of managing or mitigating the heat island effect? Let's take a look at our triple bottom line. By managing the heat island effect, we provide thermal comfort to our occupants. All right, and if you don't think that's important, then you have never sat next to a hot wall and been uncomfortable. All right. Talking about the planet, the major benefit here is to reduce those greenhouse gas emissions and which have effect on climate change. There are also some wildlife species that are negatively affected by the raise in temperature. Finally, there is a major profit benefit here, and that is to reduce the energy costs. Let's look at those strategies for reducing the heat island effect. And the first one is to install reflective roof surfaces, light colored roofs or cool roofs. The second is to reduce the area of paved surfaces that are exposed to sunlight. All right, it really doesn't matter if they're not exposed. And finally, to plant an urban forest, that is the increased vegetation, or include a green roof. Thanks everyone. We've just covered the LEED credit category for sustainable sites.